Yo, 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 it's Misha Dex, and I'm here with you already know.
Keymon. Oh, we're supposed to look at the camera.
So as you can see,
Batty live.
I can't. So as y'all can see, we're not in our traditional setting on Zoom. We are here at Arcade Coffee in Riverside, right? Trying to try something new, give you a new scenery, but having the same conversations about why being negative. And Valentine's just passed.
Yeah. How you feel about that?
You know what? Because I'm in this self-love mode, I made a post about my favorite and forever Valentine's, which is me, because who's gonna love me better?
Yeah.
How was it for you?
It was good. I feel like, honestly, just haven't been in a headspace to really plan anything. And again, I think that goes along with that survival mode, instant of like, like, I ain't spending no $100 for no flowers. Like, what? So what I did was
you planted some?
No.
Did you go to your neighbor's house and steal the roses off that rose bush?
No, so I actually met her halfway. I got roses from Costco. Very
shout out.
Shout out to Costco
for the DEI.
No, they were already made.
Okay,
but from my experience, Costco flowers they last longer, and you don't pay crazy price. So I gave her what she wanted. I stayed within the budget, and I don't care if you can call me cheap or not.
No, I'm about to say something.
I just feel like it just don't make sense on
Costco is known for when something is no longer working or not good, you can take it back and get a new one. So,
exactly.
So at the end of the week, you can take those damn flowers back and then give them to me.
Yeah. That's not how it works. That is definitely not how
I feel like I should get flowers at this point.
I feel like I need flowers too.
Listen, you see that rose bush right there? Anyway, so I'm happy you was able to still figure it out. I think that's the biggest perception. Oh, well, there it is.
And I cook dinner, and that's another thing. Just really just trying to express the care, the appreciation, without feeling like you have to do so much. And
that's exactly what I was gonna say. I think people put a lot of pressure, and I think a lot of pressure is usually on men. But I feel like if you showing up all year long, I wouldn't expect you to have to go all out. But I think at the end of the day, it's a gesture, right? It's also feeling like this is the day that is designated to show your love out loud. But if you're doing it all year, like for me, it'll just. How about this? What is as a man, what would be an ultimate gesture of a Valentine for you?
Ultimate gesture. Oh shit! Book me a tea time.
Tea time.
Yeah.
Okay.
At the golf club. Give me a golf gift card to a golf course or whatnot. Because I mean, where I'm at now, I don't need much. I don't desire anything extravagant. Like I want what I want. And I might pull the trigger, or I might be like, I can hold off on it.
Okay.
So for me, I think where I'm at, I'm very simple. It's like, give me a cool, dope golf shirt because I like being loud on the golf course, or just things of that nature. But in terms of like wanting the freshest pair of shoes that come out, like that's something that happens all year. Right. So.
That's why I said the ultimate for you, right?
Yeah, and you know what I was saying though for myself though, I think I need to go get like a full on spa day treatment because I never had like a facial. I've gotten a massage before.
Yeah,
I wasn't a happy ending, but
well, you got 3 kids. You had enough happy endings. It's 3 happy endings we know for sure.
Oh man, but no. So when you look at that, I think that's going to be the next thing I do for myself is facial, and then probably do it with her, but actually spend the money to get something like that done. But I look at those facial packages, I'm like, I don't need no exfoliation.
But honestly, there's things you can do at home. See, the thing about me is like, if I like something a lot, regardless, and not trying to put a price cap, I'll figure out how to do it. Like we just talked about me doing my own nails, right? Like I don't have to worry about if my nail chip gotta wait 2 weeks. I'm gonna go in the house and fix it, But even when it comes to my eyebrows, doing that, lash, like all those things that a lot of people consider self-care, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
For me, an ultimate Valentine is um, remote, just being remote somewhere, get away, quiet, because I want something that you don't technically just get off top, right? Even at home, I'm at home, but I still have to worry about certain things. I want to be somewhere where I don't have to worry about anything.
How do you do it in silence? So you do well in silence?
If I'm not having any conflicted spaces, I can do good in silence. But interesting. So I was with some friends last night, and one of the things that was so funny, we were talking about meditation, and he said, I can't do meditation by myself because all those intrusive thoughts kicked in. And what was so funny, he started naming the characteristics of the intrusive thoughts. And one of them was a gay man talking about, bitch, you back, huh? When I tell you I fell out, he was like, I got the crib to come out. Hey, cuz, back. He back. He trying to sit silent, cuz. I ran up on that nigga, cuz, right? And then he was like, just talking about the different characteristics of his intrusive thoughts. And I thought, how funny is that? Because I thought I was the only one that had multiple. But again, depending on what's going on in life, I can sit silent. I prefer to sit silent, right?
But I never meditated. But what I'm thinking is allowing those intrusive thoughts. Would that still be considered like giving yourself grace? Because actually, because I feel like meditation is about feeling what you feel, right? And your intrusive thoughts is part of the feeling. And so, and again, I can't be wrong. This is just my perspective. I'm thinking because you have to peel off the layers, so those intrusive thoughts become part of the healing part.
I think it's dependent on what you're trying to get from meditation. So if you are trying to listen to inner self, to understand inner self, to heal inner self, then you're welcoming that, right?
Okay.
But if you're meditating to clear your mind, like to have a clear headspace, to allow your body to talk, take in nature, then of course you're not welcoming intrusive thoughts, because it's negating from the idea that you're there to create space, a safe space at that,
I don't think I have time. Well, I would probably have to wake up at like 5 something and don't plan on it because I'll still be like, you waking up at 5? Okay, I'm gonna get up at 4:30. So,
Right.
So meditating is out the question.
Again, y'all, his baby is me.
And so what I was thinking, because as you talked about, like, touched on being creative and doing your own nails, and I feel like being like going through this parenting cycle again, time is like, you really have to be strategic with how you plan things and how you time things. And I think for me, by the time she goes down, it's let me sit my butt on this couch and just chill for a second.
And that's what I was about to say. You do have time. It's figuring that out. And I think the misperception is you don't know how much time of meditation you can handle. So you're probably thinking, oh, I got to do it for 30 minutes. No, 10 minutes of meditation is like taking a 30-minute nap. So even if it's like, okay, she went down, let me set my timer and really be intentional about making it. Or those times that you, like for me, I woke up the other night at 3 a.m. and I was like, okay, I'm about to just pray. And my prayer was all gratitude. I was just going down a list of things that I was like grateful for. So again, meditation looks different for different people and it provides different things. But there's time. Like when you wake up out your sleep and you know you're not like about to go right back to sleep, go on and get 15 minutes in.
Do you use the app or what do you use?
No. Well, let me stop. There's moments where, like I said, where I just wake up and I pray. There's no app, just me and God. And then
you
said again,
you and the homie.
me and the homie. Okay. But then when I need like music playing, just like music with no lyrics, I will put on my Spotify and put on a meditation.
Okay, so you don't go jazz or anything.
No. I want something that that's not
gonna rock you.
Right, because then you're gonna get up and start like bopping, and you just gonna and then me, I'll be freestyling in my head all the time. So I really be trying to get grounded. What I am gonna challenge myself to do this summer, since we got this nice backyard, I'm gonna I can't stand bugs. I don't like being dirty, but I want to start really connecting to earth, like sitting on the lawn even if it's on the yoga mat, right?
Yeah.
But my eye gonna be twitching because I'm be thinking bugs crawling on me.
Yeah.
But I really do want to get to that space.
I feel like that, and I was even thinking about that in terms of doing yoga in the yard and things of that nature. Because at the end of the day, man, like all what we paid for, it can be done at home. Like
Yes.
like shit, I might try to write yoga off as a tax write off.
Man.
But you do it at home because it's part of you create that studio or that environment where that's like your safe place. But what I wanted to talk about, because I know when a few episodes back we talked about like all the childhood things that you've been connecting to, and I think it resonated with me a lot. And so lately I've been really zoning in on things that makes me feel grounded, and that.
Give me an example.
So I just got a record player.
Finally.
Yeah, but I was told I need to get a better one. I got a cheaper one, but again though, music is something that soothes me. Like I'm able to connect. I'm able to connect with others through music. So that's one thing. The other thing, what I found myself doing was sketching. So I brought out the sketchbook, started drawing.
Can I just say this is so scary?
Why? Because you was thinking about the same thing?
No. So first of all, I meant to tell you, why was I on this 702 tip on the way here? And I was singing 702 songs, and it just changed my whole mood. Not that I was in a bad mood, but I was just early, right? And I didn't go to bed till late. And then two, for Valentine's Day, for the friends that I did exchange gifts with, I brought out my acrylic sketch markers, and I designed the cards from using.
See, creative like that.
But I just think it's interesting that this is episode 7.
Yeah.
We definitely live two different lives, right? And to see how our paths are crossing without talking about it, it's like, it's true. You might start looking like me. You're welcome.
Nah, I think you might look like me because I'm the baddie. I'm the baddie.
But I just think it's just so funny. Like, we didn't even talk about that. And you're like, this is what I want to do. But at the end of the day, the ultimate goal is that we both been trying to heal.
It's alignment. And that's really, really what it comes down to. And also thinking back when things just felt easy, right? Like it was those childhood days when you were able to stay out until the street lights went out,
right?
And just came home dirty as hell. You didn't care.
First of all, I didn't come home dirty. I was not that kid.
But you know what I'm saying? Like it was just like how you talk about like you don't want to sit there and be connected to the bugs. Like back in the day,
we didn't care.
You didn't think
First of all, can I say what we did do? The dirt birthday cakes. We'll put water in it and then use people's cigarettes as the candles.
But like that's when life is easy though.
Yeah.
And I feel like obviously where we're at right now, there's just so much going on outside of our bubble, but also within that bubble. So it's just really trying to find like ways to just escape. And even if it's for those 10, 15 minutes, for me is so important.
Because regardless, childhood plays a part, whether it was traumatic and you're trying to do a do-over, or if you remember the good stuff and you connect. So a lot of the work I do when I do curriculum development for companies, I always remind them we were all kids once. And so a lot of my curriculum, they start off looking at me like, who is this lady in these sneakers? How much they pay her to come in these sneakers, right? And look like a kid. But then by the end of the day, they're like, this was the dopest retreat, because I didn't realize I was confronting myself while having fun with my inner child. And that is the thing, we were all children once, regardless of how the childhood was. But as far as you going to connect, right? But you're connecting so that you can make these you're tailoring things. I feel like we become tailors at some point, right? And then we're shaping it. Like we go from trying to fit to like expanding a little bit. You start tailoring your life and your choices. And when I say you tailor, sometimes you do this. You start minusing friends, like you making the pins a little tighter, and then you start wearing baggier clothes because now you're more open.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like we start tailoring the way that we maneuver, who we allow in our space. And sometimes, we step out our comfort
Yeah.
zone and it don't feel good all the time, but the end result always is a lesson.
Yeah, yeah, and what you can pull from it, if that experience.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, we've all experienced some type of hurt, joy, but the
And it's not
scenario
gonna
has
stop.
always been different.
Right,
But
but
that
it's not
feeling
gonna
that,
stop.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And if it stops, we have a problem. We have a problem. So, but quick question.
Okay.
3 cups of coffee will make you feel like you drunk, or just
Is that 3?
yeah, I had one before I left.
Y'all gonna call AA for this.
Oh,
You know what's so
man.
funny? Okay, so I got a confession. So this morning I stayed out late talking with friends, having some intellectual time, and I started laughing.
That's why you can meet at 8.
Mind your business.
You want to
See,
party?
this is what you do. This is what you do.
And she was 30 minutes late. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
You never on time. So this was back day. I still got a few more 30 minutes. No, but I was getting up and I just started laughing. I said, dang, this is crazy. How you getting ready to go have coffee, but you can't get ready to have coffee until you have coffee.
Yeah.
So this is my second cup technically.
No, I just had, and for me, it was just getting up, beat everyone up, and made my cup, and just sat there.
Yeah.
Typically on Sundays, I'll throw some Kurt Franklin. I'll probably need to take my.
So do you be dancing?
No. I just, as much as I say I live in survival mode, I also feel like I do take the time to show gratitude in those moments on Sundays where when I'm listening to a gospel song, I'm like, I can feel that.
So what is it that makes you go to gospel songs? Like, and again, this ain't calling you out, right? You don't have like a church home. So what is it that makes you put on gospel out of all the types of songs or music you can put on?
Because I feel like that's me showing that I'm trying.
Got it.
I feel like obviously we can always say you can do better by showing up on a Sunday and things of that nature, but that's me saying like, yo, I need you.
And the reason why I ask that, right, is because as humans we are so hard on ourselves, thinking that I have to prove that I'm connected.
Yeah.
And I asked that because what I really wanted to hear, and I can't, make you say that, is like that was my choice. That's my preference, and that's it.
Yeah.
Because people will put you in a box. Like me, I'm ordained, right? But I say shit.
Yeah.
Right? I say whatever. I listen to, what I want to listen to and throw it back, sometimes. And it doesn't, shut up. It doesn't take away my love for God, my love for healing my community, the love of spreading the word in the spaces that I feel I need to do it in, and using my gift of discernment.
But also, I feel like that makes you more qualified.
Yeah,
right.
Because you know who Jesus was walking with, the pimps, the hoes, the prostitutes.
We're not going to go down that route.
I mean,
but no, I hear you. It's one of the things where that's where I used to think like prayer had to be this magnificent long prayer, and I was told like no, it doesn't. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant. It can just be a simple thank you. And so on my Sundays, it's just like like let me just connect. Like I'm cleaning up in the morning. I got it planned, and it's just my way of, and in my head, I'm actually going like, thank you. Like I'm saying little things to myself.
Well, because the thing is that think about all your friends, right? You don't cuss out your other friends the way you cuss me out, and somehow I still come back to this toxic relationship. But no, my thing is that with prayer is also knowing you have your own love language with God, right? And so I think that is something that people have to get familiar with, is that you have a different love language with me that you have with your girls, that you have with your fiance, your mom, your sisters, like, and you can do that with God. You just, when I talk to God, I'll be like, okay, so look, I ain't even got to sugarcoat this because you already know what's going on. And sometimes I laugh and cry while talking to God because I'm in this space of I'm grateful for everything, but I'm also challenged with some of the obstacles that I'm dealing with, but I know you got me. So
Yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah, no, and I'm gonna tell you I think that's been my energy this week. Is like I know you got me because obviously, we're going through a whole thing with me being a government employee and just
I didn't know
some
if you wanted to
days,
talk about
yeah,
it.
some days every day it's an email and I don't know if the job is secure enough or whatever the case may be. And so, and that's what I come back to, like, obviously, I got to provide. So I put myself in a position to provide if this part of it gets shut down. At least I'm not falling flat. But so I've been proactive versus reactive. But it's been a crazy week. It's been
So you're an entrepreneur, I'm an entrepreneur, and we both have our jobs. Is there anything in you right now that's like, I gotta push my entrepreneurship harder?
Yep. It definitely is. I don't know if you know this. I think you do, but my whole thing, or one of my biggest things, is creating, starting a coffee cart.
Right. And and that's what we got to count.
Yeah. And so, I feel like that's one of the biggest things that I have like planned, and I keep telling myself, this is the time, this is the time, this is the time. And so I need to start somewhere, whether it's, filling out the paperwork to get everything certified and the certificates and all that. Like, that'd be a step. So whenever you're able to pull the trigger, and again, though, telling myself it doesn't have to be anything extravagant.
No, but also just being ready.
Yeah.
So the last 3 weeks, except for, look, I've been gone, right? And while I was gone on my second trip, I got a text, and the text was like, "Hey, you think you could put on a Black History event at the job?" And I was like, "Oh, like you want me to come and do spoken word? You want me to do like what is it?" She said, "No, the event." And I froze because I was like, "Oh, that means I'm creating the entirety of the event." And I had to sit with myself like, this is what you be asking for. You be asking for a space to show all. So now I'm creating this. I'm in the process of creating this event where it's not only me talking, but it's interactive, right? And I'll talk more about it once the event is done so I can show you what I mean by it. But I thought to myself, this is what I've been asking for. I've been asking for an opportunity to show, and then it's crazy. I used to work for the organization, right? So he asked to come back to put on my version of a Black History celebration. It's like, ooh, I can really do this and make it fun for young people to be excited about their heritage, right? But I named it My Black Affirmations. I want young Black people to find the love for their culture and understand that we were innovative, right? So, and the reason why I brought that up too is twofold. Like, me stepping out and trusting that this is what I've been asking for, but two, showing young people how to reconnect with what's so dope about being Black. But again, it goes twofold because we both Black, stepping out into this entrepreneurship and trusting the process and loving what you do at the same time.
And I was thinking that earlier because I know you asked me like, oh, have you checked the YouTube or you check like the episodes, and I don't.
Right.
I personally don't. And
how you a hater on your own podcast?
No, well the thing is, so and my answer to that is that I don't want to attach what we're doing to a tangible.
Oh, for sure.
And
right.
So for me, I just feel like what we're doing is needed.
Right.
It's a fresh air breath, or whatever the fuck that saying is.
Baby, is this combobulated?
Oh man, but caffeine, it's needed, and so for me, I'd rather not look. We post it and we move on.
And for me, it's not that I go look, right? First of all, we have different roles. So editing, I'm gonna have to look, right? for me, it's the conversations that are not had online, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, people comment every now and again, but it's the text message and the phone calls. And then, like I said, I met up with one of my friends. I'm gonna say her name because she is socially awkward, Jen. And so Jen had me and her meet up. We try to meet up once a month for our brunch to maintain our friendship and connect it. But anyway, I didn't even know that she looked at every episode. And not that I don't think my friends support it, right? I don't attach that expectation. But it was the fact that she said, I don't even have any update questions for you because I feel like every week I find out something new. And I'm like, oh. So for me, I sit back and wait to hear. And I don't want to be that friend that feels like you don't support me because you don't watch. Maybe you don't have time for it. But it's a matter of us. I think the biggest piece for me is our consistency. I know you. I know you will flip and be like, yeah, I don't like this no more, right? And then me, I'll be like, I'll start feeling discouraged because I'll be like, am I putting too much in? But the reality is that as long as you have these thoughts, that means you're still thinking.
Yeah, for sure.
And then it brings something to the table to discuss and debrief because we're not doing it alone. The biggest part of doing this for me is I'm also having the opportunity to not sit silent with things that I'm dealing with.
Say what's on your chest.
Yeah. And I got a big chest. I had to say it. Are you blushing?
No, we're not gonna go there.
Well, anyway, this has been a tester for us to be out in the public. I mean, as you can see, you probably hear all these background noises, but what we want to do,
I don't know how well these.
Well, we're gonna see because baby girl over there just anyway. But no, we want to do more. We want to do more in the community. But guess what, y'all? We are finna start hitting y'all up. So y'all get ready. We want some guests.
Hey, I was gonna ask, is there like a Google chat or Google Connect number where like people can text that number and we can see both of the comments, like you know how your friends have conversation with you, but they can text this number. Now I can see it on my phone as well, so they'd be like interacting with both of us.
I mean, the way they could do that is DM it, right? Or but at the same time, maybe that's something we should look into.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be cool.
And then y'all gave us some questions. I know it did.
Yeah.
Because if they keep asking questions, I'm gonna bring it up. I think it's important. But when I told the person, when I talked to the person, I mean, after that, she was just like, I can't believe you did a whole episode on my question. I was like, that's the point. We want to be authentic. Yeah. Hey, why be negative though? Can we say that? Anyway, that's a wrap for episode 7. So I only got one thing to say. Why be negative?